So now, just for a moment, to mention the saint whose feast day it is today. Well, two important saints. We mentioned Saint Denis. He was the very first bishop of Paris, and he was martyred on Mount Martyr in the year 258. Now, any of you who have been to Paris will know that a very famous area of Paris is Montmartre, and that's the mountain of the martyrs. And many people there lost their life in the early church for the faith, for their belief in Jesus. And he was one of the early martyrs of the church, Saint Denis. It happens also today to be the feast day of Saint John Henry Newman. John Henry Newman was an Englishman. He was born in the year 1801 and was an Anglican and became an Anglican priest and was a very famous preacher. And then he converted to Catholicism and became a theologian. And one of the things about John Henry Newman is that he was way ahead of his time, because he preached about the equality of all people, that everybody matters. He spoke about the primacy of conscience, and that our faith must be based on reason. And also, he also was very aware, he spoke many times about the importance of the laity in the church, which wasn't very acceptable in his time, and he didn't win any admiration among church people, a lot of conservatives at that time, but he persevered. And then I think it was in the year 18, he died in the year 1891, so sometime around 1887, Pope Leo XIII met a cardinal, really justifying his teaching. And he was very involved at Oxford University and also at Trinity College in Dublin. Then very briefly, what is the gospel about this morning? And what would be an example of an evil spirit today? And do we have evil spirits? And do you believe in the devil and Satan? And the answer ought to be yes, because there are many evil spirits in the world today. Give me an example of an evil spirit. Well, anybody who sows distrust among people is speaking from an evil spirit. Sowing distrust among people and division among people and thwarting people so that people don't know what to believe in or who to follow. That comes from an evil spirit. That's a good definition of an evil spirit. The evil spirit today of somebody who's addicted either to some drugs or alcohol, or indeed a big problem today is addiction to pornography. That's how the evil spirit works, and to be aware of that. And when you give in to one of those, and you create division among people, or you continually lie, well, you're really doing the work of Satan for him. That's putting it. You may not like to hear that, but that is the fact.